Uh, Hello, everyone. Is Monday again? I think it's connecting. I haven't seen any connection popped in, but it's okay. We can get it started since this is live stream and recording. Hello, everyone. It's Monday, January 27th, 2025. And January, it's almost over. Michael and I, we do hope that you both, you all had a great January. At least some of your goal have been met, maybe, or at least started. So we're excited to be here again. Michael, hello, Michael. It's good to see you here.
Hello, Julie. Certainly good to be here with you, of course. Hello, everyone.
Um, Today we're getting together. We really wanted to talk about the journey, Mr. Ash Mufareh, that lead that journey, and we want to talk about the journey, what we have been through, what we have been excited about, and why we are still here, why we are still plugging in. So let's our conversation started, Michael. um, we're getting here every day because of what had happened in, I guess, the mid of 2018. I know you were here before. You saw the vision, you saw the journey, and you just jumped right in. And you literally, as our years going through, and I know you and I, we put everything aside, and still plug away, still here, still stay strong, still talk about the vision, still talk about the journey. So let's just really go through the journey that we been through, that we've been with, and the people that we connect here, Michael.
Sure, absolutely. Right. So, going back to, July of 2018 was the very first time.
Hmm.
We didn't have a name. We didn't know it was on passive at the time. Right. But we certainly saw those first two videos by Mr. Ash Mafara, and it resonated with us. Speaking about the corruption that is out there, we can basically be the correction to all of that. Be able to uplift humanity. Be able to help people. Be able to do things the right way. And so that resonated with us by all means, of course, right? Being able to have a system where all people had to do was get in and they would win, you know, um, just looking at everything that was available to us, right? It just made so much sense, right? And so, of course, we shared it with as many as possible because we believed in that mission, in that vision, and we still do. Like, that has not changed, that has not wavered, right? But that was back in July of 2018, right? We got in and we just ran with it. And in that first 6 months, we had about 10,000 members who jumped on board with us, right? And then we jumped into 2019, right? And by the end of that year, we had about 50,000, so the numbers were climbing, right? And then we continued on and building this business, building this dream, because so many people, when they look around and all they see, was just destruction. So many have come before this, and just basically, just didn't make it happen for people. So people were struggling. People were trying to recoup some of those losses and so on. So here was a business whereby you can just come in, right? And then you didn't have to, worry about having to find thousands of dollars, and you know what I mean. You didn't have to worry about creating all this marketing campaigns, and you didn't have to worry about putting together all the technology, all the products, all these things. You didn't have to do all the heavy lifting, right? And so that was very appealing to a lot of people, right? It just made sense because so many people, they're just not marketers. If you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a carpenter, if you're a general laborer, right? Okay, that's what you do, but it's not marketing, right? You're not into sales and advertising, and you know what I mean. So for most people, it's not an easy task. Although we are in the sharing business, right? That's the irony of it, Julie. We are in the sharing business because I know like lots of people, right? Facebook has over 3 billion users. Okay, where that community come from? Where did that network come from? It's people like us who jumped on Facebook and told our friends and family to come join us on Facebook and so on and so forth. And that created over 3 billion people. You know what I mean? right? So we do it, but yet we don't do it. We do it, but we think that we can't do it, right? And of course, that's not true. It's very easy to share something. So we did exactly that, and that's how we were able to get, the amount of members within on passive is by someone sharing, another person sharing, another person sharing, and so on. Maybe you shared with five, maybe you shared with 10, maybe you shared with thousands, like some of us. You understand? So the bottom line is that we all aligned ourselves together for something that we believed, that's going to be great. It was going to be, something that people can rest their legacy on, right? And so we're still here today, right? We're still here today. Why, Julie? Because we still believe in that hope. We still believe in that dream. We still believe that, yes, on passive will be a reality. Okay. Whether it's a month from now, whether it's 6 months from now, it will be a reality. Mr. Ash Mufareh says, do it or die. And we stand on those words. Okay. And we don't believe he's going to die, right? At some point, we all do, right? But we certainly believe he's got years ahead of him, right? God willing, right? And so, we definitely know that, the mandate is still there, right? The vision, the mission, to uplift humanity, to help as many people. We always talk about hope, bless, and so on. So yes, it's been a journey, but we're still here because the journey continues, Julie. The journey continues.
Absolutely, Michael. Back in 2019, when I began to join in with this great company, I was in the middle of the road. You know, I was in the talk of a company that was going to bring me in to do to organize all of their events and stuff like that. But what I see in Mr. Ashmufara and the company at the time was the vision of it. The vision of including everybody, for everyone in around the world. And I have, just like yourself, decided to say I'm going to do this, and I'm going to join this journey, and I'm going to do this the rest of my life. And I also pray about it. I said, I wanted to be able to start something, to do something that I'm so passionate about, and will do it the rest of my life. And as we are joining in to with so many people around the world, we started the show, and through that we've known so many people. But the one thing that keep me going every single day, Michael, it's what Mr. Ash Mufara is doing. We are going to do it rightfully, we are going to do it clean, we are going to do it the right way, but do it as we wish, not being forcefully to be doing it. And his attitude of his commitment of to do or die, like what you said, that means so much to me, to be able to travel on this journey with someone that make that commitment, Michael. That commitment, that you don't see that anywhere, right? That commitment that say I am committing to you, to do whatever it takes for betterment of the humanity, for betterment of my life. The the and I also really appreciate the fact of his knowledge about the internet, the knowledge about the power of internet, and then also his appreciation of the people around him. He had once said, um, I want how did he say it? He said, I believe in the power of people. If all the people can get together and do the right things, we actually can impact so many people. And because of everything that he has done, Mr. Mufara has done, and how he impact of the people that follow him, the people that in our journey together, Michael.
Mhm.
And that's a reason why I am still here. And that's a reason why I'm still here speaking about it and sharing with you about it, Michael, and with everyone. And I know it is something because of that reason you are still here and you are still doing what you love the most. That's very important.
Absolutely. And because that's how you want to live your life, Julie. You want to live your life doing things that you enjoy to do, doing things that you want to do, not necessarily doing things because you have to do them. right?
Mhm.
And so because it's sometimes it takes the fun out of it, right? It takes the fun out of it. But I love interacting with people. I love having these conversations with you. I love interacting with other founders, right? The people that we've met along the way, it's priceless, right? I've so many people, I would not have known them if it wasn't for this business. Right?
Mhm.
Just wouldn't have known them. Right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have met. Right? We wouldn't have got to know each other. Right? And we're talking about from 200 countries around the world. Right? I now know people in 200 countries around the world. Right? And so that's a good thing. So it's a global family. Right? It's a global family. And so now that we're a family, we want to help our family, right? That's what it boils down to, right? And so I like the idea of that, never giving up spirit, right? That never giving up attitude. That doesn't matter. I will keep on, because that's how true success is born, right? You forge your way through no matter what. You go through ups, you go through downs, but you keep pushing, right? You don't just walk away as soon as there's a little bit of trouble. Oh, can't be bothered. Let's move on to the next thing. No. Okay, if something is worthwhile, right? It has to be worth fighting for. Then you go to battle, right? That's what you do. You know what I mean? If you have your country and people are coming to invade your country, like, do you just lay down and say, "Oh, go ahead, take it, it's yours"? You know what I mean? No, you're gonna fight for it. If someone is trying to break down your door, you know what I mean, and you have your family inside, do you just say, "Oh, all right, come on in, it's all yours, just do what you want to do"? You're gonna stand up and you're gonna defend your home, right? And so it's no different in the business. If you have a business and someone attacks your business, would you not defend it? Right? Would you not stand up and fight for it if you believe that you have something that is good? Right? Absolutely, you would. Right? And that's what all of us are doing. We're here, still locking arms, still coming together, to keep the fight alive. Right? Keep the fight alive. Why? Because there is hope. Right? It has not disappeared. Hope is still there. Right? We still have an opportunity, you know what I mean, to make things happen for ourselves and our family. We still have an opportunity to create that financial legacy that we spoke about so many times. We still have that opportunity to create that dynasty. We still have an opportunity to be able to help ourselves and our family, to reach out to others in our neighborhood, in our community, or villages. You know what I mean? All right, our cities, our countries. We still have that opportunity. That is still there, Julie. There's When we look around and we see the amount of people that are impoverished, when we look around and we see the amount of people that are in need, right? That there's still shortage of this and shortage, not because there's a lack, but it's because people are not willing to help. People are not willing, right? We know there's over 3,000 billionaires in the world, right? Over 3,000. Okay. Now, 3,000 may not sound like a lot, but when you combine all their wealth together, it is a lot. Okay. And do they really need all of that for themselves? Could they not spread a little bit more of the wealth? Of course they could. It's a choice, right? It's a choice, right? A person don't need to have, and again, I don't know what each person have, but we do know that there are some people and they've got like 10, homes, right? We know that there's some people that have a home and the home is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? It, those things exist. People have homes that's 75,000 square feet. You know what I mean? Like, do you need all of that, right, to have a good life? And the answer is no, right? You can have a very good life, a very comfortable life, without all that excess, right? So people hoard. People just keep all that for themselves. But what if, okay, I'm going to keep, let's say, 10%, 20% for myself and my family, because that's more than enough still, right? And then the rest, I'm actually going to do good with it. The rest, I'm actually going to share with the community at large. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to implement, making sure there's, good schools for people to attend, making sure neighborhoods are safe, making sure people have clean water, making sure people have affordable housing, all these things. If I'm a developer, I can build homes and make sure those homes are affordable for people. I don't have to charge them the sky, rocket prices that people are charging. It's not necessary. But if I'm greedy, if I want to control all the wealth, if I want more for myself, then I'm going to do these things, right? So it's important to align yourself with individuals, with entities that are going in that direction, whereby we're thinking of the greater good. We're thinking of humanity. We're thinking of How can we make a difference in someone else's life, right? That's what this is all about. That's what this journey has been all about, Julie, right? Is to get on track onto something that's going to take us to a place where so many people are going to benefit, right? And if we can do that, then that's a good thing. We can go, quietly knowing that we have done something good. We've touched some people's lives. That's what this journey has been about for me and for so many others that are still here standing, and hoping and knowing that yes, it's going to. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen, but it's when it's going to happen. That's the uncertainty. That's the unknown, right? Let's be real. That's the unknown. We can't say it's going to happen next week. We can't say it's going to happen next month, but we can say it is going to happen, right? That we can do. You understand me? So it's like us saying, okay, we know that we're going to die, right? Let me use something morbid. We know we're going to die, but we can't say we're going to die, next month or next year. But we know it's going to happen though at some point. You know what I mean, right? And so with this business, we know it's going to happen, right? But we just can't say it's going to happen this time or that time, or that we don't know. But as long as it's going to happen, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters is that we're going to win. That's important to me because I believe I'm a winner and I love winning. Okay. And so, therefore, we're in a good place. This journey has taken us to great heights, right? It certainly has put us into a position whereby, as I said, we've expanded our family, right? And so, it's been overall, it's been a good journey. We can't look back and say, oh, it's been a bad journey. Why? Why is it bad? Because you don't have money in your pocket. Okay. But there's some things that are priceless, right? Your friendship, Julie, is priceless. Others that have become acquainted with, friends with, right? Priceless. You understand? Because we can use those relationships, Julie, okay? And we can move forward together and make sure that we're able to accomplish, the task of making this world a better place. When we collaborate, when we do things together, that's how things happen, right? That's how we become successful because we can't do it by ourselves. And so we've locked arms with Mr. Ash Mufareh and we continue to stay the course all the way through, right? All the way through, So again, been a great journey. The journey continues. It's not over. It's not finished. Okay, we continue to move forward with this journey and with this business, Julie.
Yes, absolutely, Michael. And that's why we are still here speaking and talking about it. Michael, um, I did listening to the audio from the 2018. In that audio, he had mentioned a little bit about cryptocurrency. He said at the time, it's great, but it is too early at the time. Now fast forward 6 years, 7 years, 7 years now,
Mhm,
almost 7 years now,
mhm,
and look what the new President Trump just did. He signed the executive order making U.S. is the world of cryptocurrency. So I just love the innovation of what Mr. Ashmufara is involved, innovation in technologies. He's always, you know, stepping 5 steps ahead of the whatever is coming. So I really appreciate the fact that he is still here. He's still doing what he loves. He's still committing to what he loves, and he understands the power of internet. He understands the power of the people around, and he understands the fact that there are so many things that are out there that doesn't happen the way the people say it does, and the way that he carry himself, and the way that he put, and what we've learned in the past 6 years together from everywhere around the country, around the world, which I really appreciate. And that's a reason why we're still here. That's a reason why I'm still doing this. And that's a reason why I've been approached by many people about this company, about that company. And I said, I'm here. I'm at home. I'm where I am happy now. And so it's important when you are a dad, a mom, like myself, or you are a grandparent, you just want to do something, leave some legacy for your children, and you have the reason to do what you do. It's very important, Michael. And so I do really appreciate the relationship that we bond together through this great company, the relationship with the people that we have, and it's very powerful. Let's just say if one of us done something to help humanity, and that influence to other with other people around, look at the ripple effects. If we can do one things together as humanity, and everywhere around the world will be doing the same thing. One good thing happened for humanity.
Of course, and that's all it takes, right? You can never have too much good, Julie, right? Never, right? And when we think of the growth, the personal growth that so many people have experienced over this journey, right? People coming out of their shell, no longer that shy person, no longer that person that can't do a YouTube video, you know what I mean? Can't, speak on a webinar, etc. There's been a lot of personal growth. We've seen people have bonded, marriages have occurred because of this business, because of this journey, right? So much, right? People have been helped, people have been blessed along the way, right? Emergencies have popped up where people needed help and they received assistance from other like-minded individuals, other caring individuals, right? So there's so much to talk about when we're talking about this journey, right? It's important for people to see. Some people now are better marketers because of this journey, right? And so on, right? The list goes on and on of the various benefits. It's just how people look at it, Julie. For some people, they judge the journey about money and only money. They don't see anything else. Well, until I get money in my hand, it wasn't a profitable journey. Okay. But trust me, having good people around you is also priceless, right?
Mhm.
In a world where everybody's a shark, you know what I mean? Where everybody's looking, how can I get over in the next person? How can I take advantage of that person? How can I, you know what I mean? It's always me, 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 right? But here we have a community of like-minded individuals. We have a community of people that are actually caring, right? People, they're willing to pray on behalf of somebody else. You know what I mean? Like so much, right? When we think of the journey, Julie, if we really sit back and look and go through from 2018 to 2019 to 2020 and so on, during COVID, right? Think about during COVID when so many people are isolated by themselves, and here they had a community to come together with, right? Being able to meet up, right? When we had the webinars, then the various meetings to be able to come together, right? And we're just socializing, right? You understand me? That brought a lot of people through COVID, right? Because for some people it was difficult, right? Because they were isolated, they're off by themselves, they couldn't go and see their friends or their family and so on, depending on where you live in the world, right? But it's something that crippled the globe, right? And yet we had this global community that we could come together and help each other get through that tough times, right? You understand me? A lot of misinformation going around, yet we had a community that be able to share the correct, the proper, the true information, right? And so again, all those things are priceless, Julie. Right? I said you just can't build a business by yourself, right? You just can't, and you can't go through life by yourself, right? You need others around you, but not just any person, right? Not just anyone around you. You want good, quality, wholesome people that mean you well, that want to see you succeed, right? That's what you want in your life, right? So when you look to the left and you look to the right, okay, all you see is good people around you, right? No matter where you go, no matter what meeting you jumped on, webinar you jumped on, you're always welcomed, right? It didn't matter whether you're, regardless of your religion, regardless of your culture, I mean, background, education, none of that stuff matters, right? It's just about, hey, we are all here together for a common cause, common goal, right? And we're going to work together to uplift each other, right? Work together to uplift each other so that we can see ourselves through this journey to the very end, right? And that's what we're here doing, right? To be able to create that legacy for our family. So, I'm grateful for the journey, Julie, right? Because if it
So
wasn't for this journey, I wouldn't have met you, number one, right? So I'm certainly grateful for the journey. And we can say the same thing about so many great founders that we've met along the way.
absolutely, Michael. I appreciate this journey as well, and there's so much greatness in this company where we are, and nothing is great until we changing someone else's life. And I believe this company will change so many people's life. And I so appreciate it to be part of this company. And I appreciate, so much to be on this journey with you and all the people that are listening to our message as well. So, everyone, enjoy the journey. It's going to be a great journey also ahead of us. And yeah, all is good. Thank
The
you, Michael.
journey continues, Julie. The journey continues.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate your time being here, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And yes, the journey is continue. It's going to be a great journey as well as it goes. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.